Today we're going to address Mr. Random on this Roush Cobra Crown Vic build. Yes, we're going to get into it and you guys are going to tell us what stipulations that we need to have on this build. So let's get to the video. Yo, welcome back to the BST4 channel. Wingnuts, what's going on? What's happening? Man, listen, you guys for checking out the channel. I really do appreciate it, but I want to thank my man Doyle, my man Harrison, the Truth Media, my man Shannon, and my man Daniel, man. Thank you for the love and blessings towards me, man, and I really do appreciate it, man. That really helped me get through. I really do appreciate and love you guys. Now, let's go ahead and address some things. It's raining out, obviously, wet and everything, very little that you can do, but that's a lie to yourself. You can do something. It's just something that you don't want to do. Like me, wiring, right? Like you've seen in the community tab. I posted a picture of this daggone little piece of wiring and I'm trying to figure out why the heck did it break. But you know what? It's broken. So we got to get to it and address it some kind of way. So the weather broke and we went to the junkyard and I had to stay focused because what I came for was wiring stuff, because this is wire week and I just need to get all the little doodads. So when I came back home, man, I found that fan. I put it on the ground somewhere and then I whipped it and installed it on the Maverick. I'm going to show you and tell you what I did behind the scenes with that. But we got a few things that we got to address. We got to get another one of these. That's from the junkyard we got to get, and we got to get this one to go down here. We're going to get down and try to make this wiring as clean as possible, not as bad as the Maverick. We're going to leave things longer than what it should be, and then we'll kind of work around it and try to make it happen. Now with this engine here, you probably noticed it has a new water pump. Thank goodness for that, and I'm happy. But what I'm not happy about is that this thing is really dirty. Look at that, all the grime and oil and everything. And with the Maverick I cut off this whole part here. This time I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it because I want to add something there. So we're going to leave that just sitting there, and no AC, no power steering. Now with this Mr. Random thing, Mr. Random, I did not forget about addressing you on your challenge. Many of my colleagues, meaning the guys who have subscribed to me and watch my videos, they told me what to do. And those guys are going to assist me on this whole situation. That's not going to be me alone, just me alone trying to fix on it. But I'm going to take my assistance from Auto No Man and many other guys out there who comment on the videos and everything. I'm just thinking about him off the top of my head. If I missed anybody, don't get mad. Before we go into the Mr. Random rant, let me do a little brief synopsis, or not synopsis, man. I got some stuff going on I just wanted to show you and keep you guys updated. Now, with the blue glove, I'm going to run right over here. This is not even done yet. I wish I could use this car here, but this car is really not for that. But you can see here, I'm still doing the wiring. I changed my mind 2 times already. Now, we can't use this because this is not ready and it's not a Panther. Now, we're going to be using this car here. This is going to be the ideal car. Now, it's raggedy, it's whatever, but it will not look like this for long. Now, I'm not jumping into this because I really would like to use the white Arrow, but it all depends. We want to start from scratch like he's doing. So we'll use something like this to begin the whole thing. Now, inside, I've been doing and fiddling with the wiring, with the dash and everything. I'm just trying to figure out what and how I'm going to manipulate and what I'm going to create. I have an idea. My idea is I'm going to up you one. You said you're doing
the Roush Cobra Crown Vic.
Well, all right, let me join in on the action. I have some parts here. Now, don't have a selective Cobra stuff, but I mean, we'll figure it out between engine over here, engine that's sitting over there in the corner, hidden. We're going to manipulate the whole situation and create our own Cobra car. That 300 and something horsepower is going to be very unrealistic if I keep it in stock form. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that at the moment. I'm going to figure out the chips. I'll probably do some things behind the scenes and try to make it worthy of everything. Now, as far as interior wise, it's going to basically have all the Cobra type inspired type stuff here. Now let's go ahead and go inside this thing here. Now I'm working with this situation here at the moment. got things going on and everything. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Before I start throwing sand at the sandbox at Mr. Random on this build here, man, I have to start doing this 2-valve. This is the catalyst for me to get comfortable and acquainted with the 4.6s, man. So this is what I have to do. I have to finish the PI head swap. I have to go all the way through with it. When this runs, then I have the battery in my back to move on to do the Cobra Crown Victoria type build. You know what I mean? The rendition version. He's making a clone, I'm making a rendition. So for me, I have no rules. Well, to a point. But you know, for Mr. Random, you need to make your clone. Hopefully you're going to be using it, and when we open up the hood, it's kind of identical to that Roush Crown Victoria that you've been talking about. Before we get to that Maverick, we're going to be talking about the wiring that I went and I got from the junkyard. Yeah, this is what I needed. I got it. But the secret sauce for Wire Week this week is this little thing here. This is amazing. I am so happy for those who invented this, because you guys been holding out. You know all about this and you didn't tell me, or you didn't push me to go find this thing. Found it. This is good. I don't have to daggone solder no more. Thankful for this. I'm keeping you guys all posted on what's going on. Remember the fan I was telling you about in the beginning of the video? I didn't really tell you the technical aspect of, you know, it was rubbing over here. You know what I mean? So I had to make sure that when this hose flex, this doesn't catch. So I trimmed it down a little bit. Now hopefully it will cool the engine. If it doesn't, guess what, man? I just put a fan on it and keep it moving. But along with those wires that I've gotten, you know, this is for the O2 sensors. I got to get that plugged up. But also too, I have a lot of these little tiny wires that I have to get going. This here is a tack wire, you know what I mean, that I have to run that inside the car here. I mean, I know a lot of these wires I need to get right, you know what I mean, and here's, you know, that's the wire that goes into there and goes all up in here and all of that stuff, man. So for Wire Week, that's why I'm saying I'm really trying to get this solid and legit. So here's the cool thing I picked up at the junkyard, because I went to the junkyard today and I got something that's cool. I mean, these are old school, man. Look at these. Old school. I had to pick him up. I think these are off a Maverick that was down the street. But I picked these things up and I had to take them. Impulse buying. Nothing different than you going into the store and there's candy in the aisle and you hungry as a mug and you eat the candy. That's what happened to me, man. And but now let's get back to this car right here, man. Listen, I'm trying to install a tack in this and something is going on. I don't know if it's me or the item that I bought. I don't know. I bought a 9117 autometer, and then I went and I got a used MSD ignition tack adapter. I don't know what's going on with it, but if you check out my man Dirt and Grease here on YouTube, he has a nice little video on that situation. And guess what, brother? I tried to mimic that and it did not work for me. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't know if there's a difference between a patrol car or a civilian car, because most of you guys who installed those tacks are in this type of vehicle here. So what I'm going to do on the next video is I'm going to install it on here and see if there's a difference between this car and this car, which it should not be technically, but we really don't know. And I'm going to go into detail on this situation here, man. So click like, subscribe, check out the videos in its entirety, man. And man, if you want to donate to the channel, please donate to the channel. It'll be going towards this car and this car over here and maybe that Cobra build. But if you do not want to donate to the channel, it's cool. The most important thing is to comment below and subscribe to the channel. Now you guys, you got to help me up, because I need to free up my brain cells so I can do this wiring, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to do. And I got to do this Maverick again because it doesn't start. More likely the fuel pump thing popped off, and I know how to deal with that, and we'll be talking about that on the next video also too, man. So man, we'll see you guys on the next one. All right, man, later. Listen, let's get ready to rumble. All right, here's the deal, man. I know what you guys are thinking, man. This is just too much BST. You doing a lot, bro. You got so many projects. You don't know what you're doing. I do know what I'm doing. It is a lot. You know what I mean? You guys have my back, so I'm not too worried. You know what I mean? But only thing I'm worried about is delivering. Now, I'm going to make a Cobra rendition. Of course, I could have built a simple Crown Victoria and just do a couple of doohickeys and doodads to it, and it would have been better than a Cobra Roush Crown Victoria. But I just wanted to make the challenge a little bit more spicy. So I want, when you look inside the interior, oh, I see what you were trying to do, and you'll want to go up underneath the hood. Maybe, I don't know how I'm going to do that one. That's the major part there. I want it to be like, oh, I see what you were doing. You know what I mean? And that's all I need. For him, he's making a clone. So adding a supercharger, That's not how it works. You're making a clone. The clone didn't have a supercharger, correct? But you do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But we're going to have the YouTubers decide. The guys who, the subscribers and everything, the people who support us, they're going to decide, not us. So, what you think about that?